I know I'm not supposed to use my extra range, but I don't know how to do that. A lot of times when we talk about stretching and we talk about that hypermobile range, you know, we say, well, don't use that extra range. If it's range you're not supposed to have, don't go into it. And while that's great, if you don't understand what that is, it makes it really hard to work with. So what I want to show you today is what that means. And I actually like yoga positions in terms of demonstrating because you can see it better. But this is going to be applicable to putting away dishes, house cleaning, all those everyday things. So if we're going to do any type of movement or position, you go to where the farthest that you can go, that's your end range, and then you back off 10%, and that's where you want to stay. So while you do end up having to go into that range to kind of find it, when you repeat that movement, the next time you go into it, you're going to put in your own mental stop or physical stop of, nope, that's as far as I go. So even though I can go farther, I'm not going to. I'm going to stop at that imaginary line, so that way I'm not going into that range. So same thing with if you're putting dishes away, or if you have to reach that thing in that cupboard, you want to stop when you raise your arm up. You don't want to keep going and start to sublux your joints out of position. And so you can go into that position and go, okay, that's too far. I got to stay back out of that. And then you mentally check in and go, how does that feel? Where is my hand? You use physical cues. So observe where you're at. How high is that up on the cupboard? Why don't you go to about here? Okay. So that means if I got to get a little higher, instead of trying to reach and shift, I have to go get a step stool. So that way I can get myself up to a better position. So that way I'm not using that extra range. And the more you get used to not going into it, the less comfortable and the less you want to go into it. So same thing, say with any of the joint hyperextensions. We'll go with elbow hyperextension. When I straighten out my elbow, I want to see that it's visually straight. And if I can't tell, which is a lot more common than what you think, you want to use some sort of line to be able to give you feedback. It can be a stripe, it can be a line on the wall, anything to be able to help tell you that no, that's straight and don't go into that extra range. And then you have to get used to just stopping when you hit straight. And sometimes in the beginning, you can't go by feel because what you feel is normal is more than what you need. And so you want to use all that visual feedback until that becomes your normal. And that really does take about 4 weeks. So the more you can kind of tune into it, make some adjustments. If you notice you're using that extra range, just bring yourself back out of it. You don't stress about it, but you look at trying to shift it over a period of several weeks so that it does become your normal and you don't make yourself crazy trying to think about every little thing you do.